Anya sprinted through the quiet halls of the science building, her footsteps echoing in the early morning stillness. She was running late, heart pounding a frantic rhythm against her ribs. Just a few minutes to spare before her shift began. She slid into her chair, the familiar hum of the mainframe a comforting welcome. Today was different. The system had been upgraded, promising unprecedented clarity in her exploration of the cosmos. Her target for the day, Jupiter. The new imaging system was incredible. Jupiter's great red spot churned with a violent beauty she'd never witnessed so clearly. Her eyes traced the delicate, icy rings encircling the gas giant, and that, when she saw it, nestled within the bands of debris, something was wrong. A tiny point of absolute black, darker than the void around it, a black hole. But it wasn't behaving like any she had ever studied. It wasn't just pulling things in. It was pushing things out. Beams of pure white light pulsed from its center, each one brighter and larger than the last. Anya leaned closer, her breath fogging a small patch of the screen. The light intensified, and then something solid emerged. Debris, not just dust, but massive chunks of rock, spewing from the singularity like cosmic buckshot. Her training took over. Her hand slammed down on the red alert button. Alarms blared through the facility. Within moments, her colleagues swarmed around her station, their faces a mixture of confusion and concern. All eyes were fixed on the screen as a torrent of asteroids erupted from the anomaly. The room fell silent, the only sound the frantic clicking of keyboards and the low hum of the servers. Everyone watched, breathless, as the swarm of rocks formed a terrifying convoy. Trajectory analysis. Now, someone shouted. The computer crunched the numbers, projecting a bright green line across the star map. A collective sigh of relief filled the room. The initial projection showed the asteroid cluster heading toward Mars. A catastrophe for the red planet, perhaps, but not for Earth. They watched, on the edge of their seats, as the computer refined the trajectory with more data points. Then, a gasp rippled through the crowd. A single, unified sound of pure dread. The refined trajectory line shifted. It wasn't heading for Mars. The new projection painted a chilling, undeniable path. A direct collision course with Earth. Panic, cold and sharp, erupted. The room, once a hub of calm scientific inquiry, became a frantic storm of activity. Shouts echoed as teams scrambled. Impact projections. We need damage assessments. Evasive protocols. How much time do we have? Every screen, every monitor, was dedicated to a single, terrifying purpose: calculating the odds, modeling the devastation, and desperately searching for a way to save 7 billion lives. The news spread like wildfire across the globe. Every television channel, every radio station, every social media feed was flooded with the same horrifying images from their observatory. The world held its breath, united in a singular, primal fear. Chaos erupted in the streets. People were glued to their devices, watching the live feed, knowing that they were staring at their own potential extinction. It felt like humanity was standing at death's door, waiting for the final, inevitable knock. Back in the control room, the mood was grim. They had run every simulation, explored every wild theory. Nothing worked. The rocks were too many, too big, and too fast. Deflection was impossible. Earth was a sitting duck. Time was running out. Then, a single, unexpected beep pierced the tense silence. It was the trajectory computer. A new calculation. A new route. The data had been off. A collective breath was held. The new projection flashed on the main screen. The line no longer intersected with Earth. It would miss, by a hair's breadth, astronomically speaking, but it would miss. A wave of disbelief, followed by hysterical, joyous relief, washed over the room. The asteroids were now projected to pass us by and continue on a path toward Venus, on screens across the world. People watched as the swarm of celestial bullets streaked past our planet, a terrifyingly beautiful and silent parade of near destruction. But the drama wasn't over. As the asteroids reached Venus, they didn't just fly by, they slammed into the planet with unimaginable force. The impact was cataclysmic, a flash of light so bright it was visible to the naked eye on Earth. The collision was so powerful, it literally knocked Venus out of its orbit. The planet, now a wounded giant, began to drift. Its new path was eerily familiar. On the main screen, the computers traced its new, sun-bound trajectory. A final, horrifying realization dawned. Venus, glowing and unstable, a colossal storm of fire and gas, was now traveling on the opposite side of the Sun, but on the exact same orbital path as Earth. We had dodged the bullets, only to find ourselves in a cosmic dance with a rogue planet. We were no longer alone in our journey around the Sun, and we had no idea what that meant for our future. The choice had been made for us, and the consequences were just beginning. Thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe for the next chapter in this incredible saga.